Hello fellow gamers, this is Brent Justice at thefpsreview.com. In front of me I have the brand new ASUS TUF Gaming GeForce RTX 5060 Ti 16GB OC Edition, a brand new video card from ASUS. The eStore pricing on their website for this card is $599. Now this is based on the brand new GeForce RTX 5060 Ti GPU that was recently launched from NVIDIA. In this video today, I am just going to give you a video overview of this video card. We do have a full review of this video card on our website, so check the link in the description to get that full review, read all of our benchmarks, see what our analysis is and our overall conclusion of that performance. In this video, we're just going to look at the video card in a visual way, give you an overview of it so you know what it looks like if you're interested in purchasing it. So this is in ASUS's TUF Gaming lineup. And in the GeForce RTX 5060 Ti series, this one is at the top end for ASUS and their offerings. So under that, you will also find the Prime, the ASUS Prime, and then there is also a dual version of this card, the dual model. But this is the top end, the top model. This has both an 8GB and 16GB variant. This is the 16GB variant here, and the Prime also has a 16GB and 8GB variant. And then among those, there are also OC editions and non-OC editions. So this one is the OC edition with a factory overclock, but you can also find non-OC editions in the 8 and 16GB TUF Gaming or Prime. So a lot of models there this generation from ASUS and options for the GeForce RTX 5060 Ti. So let's talk a little bit about this one specifically, and then we'll take a look at it. So real quick, this one does have a factory overclock, and it is a high factory overclock, 2662 megahertz, and that is in comparison to the NVIDIA default spec of 2572. That is the highest factory overclock that we have benchmarked yet on this card, and it does operate at a pretty high default in-game frequency when you're actually using it. It boosts beyond that while gaming. Another really interesting feature about this card that ASUS has given the TUF Gaming series is that it has a higher power limit than other ASUS models, even the Prime. So with a higher power limit comes more overclocking headroom and potential there. And then we have many other features too, and we can talk about a lot of those. But if you are not familiar about the 5060 Ti, it is the brand new GPU from NVIDIA, just launched. It sits under the 5070. There are 8 and 16GB variants. The 16GB variant is $429 MSRP for a base reference video card. It is based on the GB206 die, 4,608 CUDA cores, clocked at 2572 on a 128-bit bus. With GDDR7, and that gives it 448 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth, a TDP of 180 watts, and they all run on PCI Express 5.0 by 8. So that's what this one does as well. So let's take a look at this card here. This on the hardware side again is the ASUS TUF Gaming. This is their highest end model of this card, so it has the highest factory overclock out of all their GeForce RTX 5060 Ti's, and this being the 16GB model is also the higher end one. And as we can see, it's not a very long video card. It is, however, pretty chunky, pretty thick, I would say. It has a length of 11.8 inches, and it's 5.25 inches in width and 2.4 inches in height, considered a 3.1 slot video card. So in terms of height and the slot depth, you want to make sure you have some space there for it. But in terms of length at 11.8, this will fit into many cases, very small cases as well. So on that front, a video card that should be very compatible with many case sizes. Just be careful on that height. Make sure you have the slot depth there, because as you can see here on the I/O bracket, it goes over that standard 2 or 2.5 slot design. It is a 3.1 slot. And then for I/O, speaking of that, we have 3 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI. So plenty of display connectors there as well. Also, as you can see here, this does use the 16-pin power connector, one 16-pin 12-volt high power 2x6. So you'll need one of those. And this video card does come with an adapter in the box, so if you do not have that, comes with just a standard 2 8-pin adapter there for that. Also in the box, you will get a whole bunch of things, including a card holder. You really don't need that for stabilization. It's not a very heavy video card. You also get some manuals and things like that. I like this certificate of reliability that comes with the TUF Gaming series. Talks about the capacitors, the chokes, the MOSFETs. This is all part of ASUS's military grade components they built into the hardware. So all those features, talks about that. Just some pretty basic stuff there, but interesting to read. And then also some other things on this. We'll just talk about some of the special features that ASUS has before we look at it a little bit more. The PCB has a special coating applied. It protects against short circuits, like for moisture and debris, protects against that. It's all built with ASUS's Auto Extreme technology, which is a single pass manufacturing process that basically reduces any problems or issues from like making multiple passes over the PCB. So that's interesting, kind of reduces chance of problems occurring during manufacturing. As we can see though, this is based on a 3-fan axial fan technology shroud design here. It has a die-cast shroud, and it has the full aluminum heat sink on the back side here as well. Aluminum backplate here. It does have an aluminum heatsink, and it is using ASUS's Max Contact technology on that heatsink, which basically expands the surface area of the heat spreader a bit to give better contact with the GPU and all of that. And it does make direct contact with the GPU to keep all that cool. And yeah, it's got a very large, oversized aluminum heatsink, a lot of fin area. It does have the air pass through, which we've come to see quite a bit on video cards these days. The PCB is not the smallest PCB on this one. It extends to about right here, and then this much of it is the extended heatsink part, but that gives it the air pass through to flow through quite nicely. It also has a dual BIOS, so you'll notice right here, dual BIOS, you have the performance and quiet mode setting on that as well. And then one unique feature which I also like is on the PCI Express connector here, the 12-volt high power connector. It does have an LED on it. This is the ASUS PCIe power LED notification, and this lets you know if the cable is plugged in all the way or if there's abnormal power or so forth to that. So that's just a nice visual indicator for all of that. And as we can see here, this is a 3-fan design, 3 axial fan tech design. It's got the ASUS logo here, and we've got this die-cast like shroud, which actually is pretty solid. It does fit the TUF Gaming name, Stay Tough. It's written on the video card, and that's what it is. It's kind of got that industrial tough look to it, with these over here, and the way it's just shaded and everything. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice design, and honestly will fit in any kind of case build or color theme that you're going after. You know, this will blend in real well with that. And on the top here, again, you can see down into the heatsink here, you've got the power connector. On the back side, the air pass through. We do have RGB here. This is ASUS's RGB, and it is controllable in software. So you've got that. You got the logo here, and this is just a nice, clean overall look to it. Nothing too crazy. It's really all in the hardware design. It's all in the functionality and what you can do with the video card in terms of headroom and overclocking and all of that. So I just wanted to give you all a look at the video card so you can kind of see what it looks like yourself. So there's some good shots of it there, and you can kind of get a feel for, yeah, what it feels like there. In our review, as I said, this does have a higher power limit, and so because of that higher power limit, we were able to push the power target up 30% on this video card, and that allowed us to get a really high overclock. In fact, we got it up to 2950 megahertz on the GPU boost, but that's not the actual clock speed. When you're gaming, that actually boosts beyond that. This thing averaged at 3109, 3.1 gigahertz. 3.109 gigahertz, but that was actually between 3105 to 3135. That's right, it peaked at 3.135 during gaming. And compared to the default 2813 megahertz average, that's a very high overclock. And what that means, and what that allowed for us anyway, which you'll see in the review, is it allowed it to reach GeForce RTX 4070 performance. So before the overclock, it competed against the previous generation, okay enough, against the 4060 Ti. It allowed a performance advantage over that, but it could not quite reach GeForce RTX 4070 performance until we used that high overclock. With that high overclock, we reach parity with the GeForce RTX 4070 performance. So you want to check out our review to see how that pans out with that overclock, but that's the advantage of that overclock. The temperatures were also really good doing all of that. This thing was only at 59.4 C by default. That's under 60 C, not doing anything. And then overclocked is 63.7 C, and that's GPU temps. That's really good on this video card. I mean, those are really good temperatures, and we did not have to change the fan speed at all. That's with auto fans, and that means it ran quiet while overclocking or on default. The memory temperatures were also very good at 58C. So this thing cools well. Look, it's true to its name, right? It is true to the name. It's got a tough look. It's got a tough aesthetic. It's got all of those robust components that ASUS puts into it, and their technology and manufacturing process. All of that is great. And then it backs it up with the higher power target and the overclocking headroom that it has. So if you're looking for that, this is going to provide that. Now, if you are not into overclocking at all and you just don't want to do overclocking, you'll still benefit from the very high default factory overclock it has and the default high boost that it has, because it's built so well and keeps the GPU so cool. It's able to maintain a high default GPU boost clock even without overclocking it. So you're still going to get that experience from this card at the top end of what ASUS has to offer for the GeForce RTX 5060 Ti. Again, this is the 16 gigabyte version. There is an 8 gigabyte version. There's also the Prime version that sits just below this. So if you want to save a little bit, you still want 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte performance, then I would say look toward the ASUS Prime for that. We have not reviewed it yet. I would love to get one of those and try it out as well. I would say if you're going to get a GeForce RTX 5060 Ti, definitely go for the 16 gigabyte version. That's the one you want. And this offers that top-end experience, in that range for what ASUS offers. But again, they do have many different SKUs, many different options there for you as well. This one sits at the high end, so it does have that high estore pricing on their website of $599, which is a price premium over a stock base 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte MSRP from NVIDIA. But you can check all that out on the website. On ASUS's website, we'll have a link below to the video card so you can read all about it there. Go to our review in the link in the description to check out our full review and analysis on performance and everything about that there. We have all the benchmarks shown, all the graphs, our analysis, our conclusion. Everything is there for you to look at, and I highly suggest you do that if you're interested in a 5060 Ti. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Again, this has been the ASUS TUF Gaming GeForce RTX 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte OC edition. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and stay tuned for the next one.